The OECD countries, the richest countries, that's the lowest. They know that. Politicians who take money, they also see this graph. But nobody asks this question. What are you doing? No nation got out of debt, got out of poverty because of the money given by IMF or World Bank. None. By definition, robust economy is low interest. By definition. And depressed economy is high interest. It's a classic, according to their theory, by the way. So, in our book, we deconstructed all the economic theories, the major ones. Here's the list, including game theory. So I put that here. That's the job. If somebody is doing economics research project, you'd actually read that part and start to see how to deconstruct it. Do you know who is the first author of this book? Have you seen? John
Islam?
Yes. He was majoring in political science and religious studies and minor in economics.
Minor as well.
The book was published when he was 18-year-old. And he is the first author. Why is that important? If you are processed, if you are older, you do not see this anymore. You start being indoctrinated totally. That's why I always urge you that start young, don't wait. So these are the most influential economists. Dr. Innes is there. Deconstructed all of them. The most famous economist. I will we'll go over this, but I wanted to spend some time on the so-called case study. See, here I was given these two projects, proposals. Now I want to discuss a little bit. Do you remember seeing this? First day I gave you. I posted it again on the site. Please have a look, because this is the format. And it's very simple, step by step. And I also outlined what is the protocol for research. Now we know what is research. Now we know how to do research. Now it's time to put in execution. And we have two examples that I'll quickly review. First, title.
Sorry.
Yes? I have a question?
No. The screen has gone. Another page.
Oh.
Yeah, just now. It was just now.
What happened?
Just now.
Oh.
Should I remove this?
ايه ده بيقول شو؟
خاموش شد نه انجینر
Is it starting?
Yes, okay. Now okay.
Okay. First is title. Keep in mind, Title is like cover of a book. If the cover of the book does not appeal, that's why we took the pain of putting the picture of Afghanistan, right? Under, at that time it was Karzai. Anyway, if the title is not appealing, if it is not scientifically complete, you do not have a go. You do not start. People will get turned off. Because people who look at your proposal decide if they want to give you money or not. And that's the thing. Title itself has to be very catchy. For instance, here is Salahuddin not here. Proposal for AQSA-01 target drone. That's the title. I'm a politician, right? I give money. What would that mean to me? So what? You want $1 million for what the heck is this? Isn't it true? Politicians don't have time to investigate. You are the researcher. You should put something that right away. First line. That's all they read, by the way. First line and the executive summary. They don't have the time or the capacity to understand. They say, they said 10 proposals. They say, this is junk, this is junk, this is junk. Then 2 of them, they will give to the deputy. That look at the technical part. So if you do not make it to the first 8, 2, then you're gone. It doesn't matter how good a proposal it is. It's important to have the title that describes. So I changed the title as Developing a Novel Target Drone. So wow, this is something new. That's what research means, right? And it's a target drone, so it's very clear what you're doing. That's the difference between a engineering proposal. Your manufacturer sample. Engineering proposals are easy. You just get the money and make a call to Chinese companies and they deliver. It's like doing grocery shopping. That's not research, right? Isn't it true? So, we put right in the title that there is something good. Something good. So, right away, it's so novel, it can disappear.
Yes. Just kidding.
Okay. We have to keep it active. Okay. So they see something novel. Say, wow, this is very appealing. Then they'll read. Next. Then comes the executive summary. Here there is somehow executive summary as a final result, but I changed that. Here's an overview. Overview had AQSA describing AQSA 01 and what it does. Nobody cares. What do you need research for it? Just pick up the phone and order. Isn't it true? Download the design from internet. That's not research. So what in research you do, we describe the full process. So look, we'll get a drone that's better than anyone else's. And not only that, in future, it will employ people, we'll make our own drone, right? And it will be better than anybody else's. And we'll have manpower that developed themselves. And in future, you will have these other drones, other technologies that will be coming out from this. Right there, right in the executive summary, in plain terms. Do not use fancy words, in plain words. Politicians do not like fancy words. They get ticked off. Say, what are you trying to impress me? I don't care, all those specifications. Give me, what do I have in it? What is the benefit to the nation? So executive summary is very important, but make it as fancy as possible. Make it as your wish list. So they are intrigued. So wow, this guy is promising everything. Let's see what they have. Then they will be intrigued and they will read more. That's how custom. This in bullet form is the best. Short term. We'll make drone that's better than everybody else's. But also long term. We'll make drones that are cheaper than everybody else's. We'll use drone that is sustainable. The materials that we'll have will be from Afghanistan. Is it beneficial to the society? Right there. Because the politicians are looking for what the benefit we got. Because it's Baitul Mal, right? It's very sacred. You do not want to waste it. A good government would want most control over the money. So it's not wasted. So right there, it gives you idea in your brain how you can prioritize that these are the things that I'm going to do right away. Short term means anything from 6 months to 2 years. Long term is from 3 to 5 years. Maybe 10 sometimes, depending on how big. But this is your wish list. You have to think big. Timeline, this is the easy one. You tell them, this is how long it will take. Literature review, and this is a very important one. Remember, it's an obligation to know the history. Even if somebody is selling the final product and it jumps up and down and it's beautiful product, it flies. How much money? Everything is fine. Even economically it looks good. But you have to know the history. How did they develop? If you do not know the history, what are you going to research on? That history you have to know now. See, that history you have to know now. So there, I think second day or something. First day I asked you your title. Do you remember? First day I asked you for a title. I still remember Ada Salahuddin's title. It was teleporting machine. Do you remember that?
Yeah, he said it is rooted in Quran.
No, he says it's from Prophet Muhammad's time.
Yeah.
So he wanted to do that. So problem with teleporting. By the way, you start teleporting, they have a lot of papers. There is no topic that there is no papers. So that's why literacy is important. What have they done? You collect papers, academic papers, not some blog. And then you talk about, first thing you talk about, what is new? This wrote a paper, that means it has to have something new. Every research project has to have something new, and that's the one you are allowed to publish. So you ask yourself, what is new? What are assumptions? Always assumptions. Are those assumptions logical? This is another assignment I gave you right in the beginning. Then what is missing? Because everybody solved everything, then we have nothing to do. What is missing? Something doesn't add up. You write them down. And then you do how to improve. And I'm saying, from every paper, you write these 4 steps down. For every paper. And then you collect how to improve. That's your task. That's your task. Because nobody has it. by definition. Then you have deliverables with timeline. For every objective, you have to have a timeline that I will achieve that objective within that time frame. And this will be the product. It could be a drone, it could be a report, whatever, but you write it down. That's your contract. Then comes the big one, project task. As much detail as you can, as if you have completed the work. That's why literature goes first, because you already know what others have done. You have studied. Now you're in a position to say what should be done with as much detail as possible. So I give an example here. It's very simple. Here's a proposal on BATAR, BATAR drone project. Just put that on and start put academic papers. Right away you got this. These are all free papers, by the way. And they're the latest ones. See how much time you're saving? All I'm asking you is read the abstract, not the full paper. Full paper you can have. If you have extra time, read all you can on. But right away, you are able to identify the key points. Remember? What's new? Are they logical? What are the assumptions? How to improve? What is missing? How to improve? For every paper. Just abstract will do. These papers are there. And I say, it gives you all the latest work in the world. Then another thing, you put that same keyword and you put patents. You see how quickly it got into something that makes money. And as simple. Right away, these patents also, they are free to see. Why is it important? So you get idea, you do the same thing with the patents. If they have a patent, and what they have done, what is missing, if I do something better, isn't that a patentable work? Right away, it's so easy. But you will do better. Again, most useful one, you will see review papers. They have done the review for you already, so you know all this.
The pattern do is
Patent review.
okay.
Also, review papers, but this particular one reviews the patents. She talks about the quality of patents, which one is better than. So the work is done for you. You save time.
Okay.
Simple. It took me what? 3 minutes. For every subject, this is the protocol. Once you do that, once you write down those 5 points, what's new, what's missing, what's the assumptions, that's the most important part. That's the foundation. Then I'll tell you how to make it sustainable. And I guarantee you, nobody has it. This is the point. Then you become the leader tomorrow. And with that, remember I gave a midterm. Did you talk about it? I didn't. I posted a midterm. It's in the website, in the group. Please keep in mind, that's like a midterm, take-home exam. Meaning, you have to write them. You can search wherever you want. You can look at all the slides. You can think about it. You can ask your grandparents, colleagues, do in group, I don't care. But answer them all. That is your obligation. Remember, first day we say made a contract, you will cooperate. And I have told you 2 weeks ago that I have given you enough. Remember, after fundamentals, I said, this is it. After that, we just talk about examples. I don't teach you any logic anymore. I want just to doing examples, applications. So you should be able to answer, but every one of them, if you answer them, every one is a material for a research project. That's how I select. And I'll show you. So please work on it and bring it Saturday morning, because I'll go over it myself during the day, and you don't have to miss that, because if you brought it after I discussed, then there is no exam, right? You see the logic? So you have a week. That's the most anybody gives for take-home exam. Usually it's 24 hours. Some generous ones would give 2 days, but I give you a whole week. In the past, when I gave take-home exams, invariably, I have at least one mega research project that came out from it. Mega means, hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars proposal from students. Okay? Any question?
Sir, actually, here the